Do you ever wonder, friends, how many purple inks is too many? How many is too many? Or maybe not enough? Let's find out for part 2 of our purple inks. Oh my gosh, look how long this is gonna take me. Let's go. Let's get swatching. Hey friends, welcome back to the fountain pen ink station. This is Bailey. I hope you're doing well wherever you are, day or night. I have quite the video for everybody. So the reason why this part 2 for purple inks took so long is they're attacking me. There's so many in front of me. Someone come save me. Just kidding. So what I'm gonna do is what I did last time, and I will play some nice cozy leaning music, and we will go over them at the end together. But as we're doing this, take time to look at each purple swatch and see what that purple swatch evokes in you. Does it bring an emotion, a reaction? What do you think of each ink? And I hope that you'll share those in the comments and let me know which ones were your favorite. All right, friends, let's get to swatching, okay? Okay, these first ones lean kind of mauve-y and on the pinker side, but I still wanted to include them. So we're gonna first kick this off with some Birmingham Pen Company ink.
Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. So the same, highs and lows, highs and lows. Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows. Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows. So
Hey friends, okay, it's the next day. I'm going to start the next part of our purple inspiration. For recap, we had started it, so I will go through it at the end. I had forgot to swatch this color versus ink, so that's what we're going to start with today. So I will put some music on over this and get to swatching.
It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows. Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows. So Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows. Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows. Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows. Keep all your game. It's all the same. All your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows. Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows.
Hey friends, welcome back. Let's go over our purple ink exploration part 2. So let me open up my curtain a little bit more. I want it to stay open. Let's see if it cooperates with me. And I'm gonna kind of zoom in a little, just a little bit. So for the first one, move my water so I don't spill it. We have Birmingham Company Waterfront Dusk. And this is more of a mauve purple. There's nothing too special about it. It's really pretty, but there's not a whole lot of shading. And then we have Birmingham Pen Company Antique Aubergine. Another mauve, lighter purple. I need to put this one in a pen, actually. I don't know why I don't ink this one up ever. That's actually really, really pretty. And then we have Birmingham Company Fortune Teller. I forgot how much this shades. It's actually shading really nicely. You can kind of even see it in the writing. It's very, almost, I don't want to say eggplant, but like I can't think of the right word for it right now, but it's really pretty. And then we have Andrelium Gallinule Purple. Now, friends, I always have issues with this ink. I'm actually debating on what I should do with it. So, yes, I've had issues with this paper, but I mean, it pretty much just bled straight through. And this has done that on every paper I've had. I will say it actually has not feathered on this one, and surprisingly, it feathers on every other paper. So there's one positive. Do you have that experience if you've used this ink? I'd be curious to know let me know down below. Then there's Colorverse Hayabusa. Mine doesn't have shimmer in it, but if I feel like putting shimmer in it, I just add some to my cartridge. This one is more of an eggplant purple. It's very vibrant. It's bright. It's great for summer. And then we have Colorverse Delicious Sleep. I really love this muted, dusty purple color. I'd be curious why they called it Delicious Sleep, but that's okay. And then we have Colorverse Night of Myrtle. Friends, look at this ink. Holy cow. Where do you even start with this one? This might be one of the better shading inks and chroma shading inks that I've seen. And I forgot I even had it. Or I forgot even... It's so underrated in my pile. This is from their States line. From, is it South Carolina? You see blue, pink, there's purple. And in the writing, in this Japanese medium nib, you can still see some of that shading as well. Very cool. And then we have Colorverse Egg Cockle. This is also from 50, I think. Well, no, actually, I'll look. If it is, I'll put it in here. But this is a very mauve purple. It's red leaning. And then we have Diamine Amazing Amethyst. It's got some really good shading in it. And it's also really well performing. I really like reaching for this one. Diamine Bilberry is a newer one for me. I kind of like that it sheens a little bit and you can see the sheening in the writing. Otherwise, I think it'd be kind of just a basic bright purple. Diamine Damson. I don't reach for it very often because it's, in writing, it almost looks black. And then Diamine Lavender. That's a really pretty bright purple. It kind of reminds me of Hayabusa, but brighter, like a grape. And then Diamine Violet. That one has a little bit of a sheen as well. A Diamine Imperial Purple also has a little bit of a sheen. I think you guys can see that. Actually, it's the same color sheen. I'd have to do a longer writing sample. I don't think it'll show up in the writing though, unless you use like a broad nib. And then this one was kind of, wasn't sure if it would go down purple. This is one of those ones where like if you put on a certain paper, it might show off it differently. So on this one, it's showing more blue, which is fine. And that's from their Shimmertastic line. And then Diamine Lady Gray. This one can be classified gray or purple, pink. I mean, if you're making your own color book, you could put it in any of those colors and probably still be in the right spot. Diamine Colt Pens Pride. There is a shimmer, but it's not, I don't know if I just didn't get enough. Actually, you can still see it. It's just, so it's very, there we go. Very subtle. And then Diamine Colt Pens Deadly Nightshade. This, I love this ink. I just don't like green sheen in my purple. So I typically only write with this around Halloween. And then we have Diamine Inkvent from 2023 Rainbow's End. There's sheen, there's shimmer. It's a good ink, I just don't reach for it. It's kind of a basic purple. Diamine Lavender Frost is very much a gray ink, but it does lean purple sometimes. I'm just not sure if it's picking it up on this paper. And then we have Icy Lilac. Again, it's got some purple, but it could be leaned more blue actually. And this one, oh my gosh. I'm not sure if my bottle, like if I got it wet, but it looked more purple on my label when I put my labels on it. Like so, like this. So that was my bad. That is not purple. It's fun, but it's not purple. And then we have Diamine Inkvent Gala. This reminds me of Jacaranda a little bit. And then Diamine Inkvent Nostalgia. Again, mine looked more purple. This does not look purple, hence the, is this really purple, friends? And then I think that's more brownish pink. Diamine Industry Pearl Series Lavender. This one has always given me some issues like hard starts because of how much shimmer is in it. So I like to actually use this just to add it into another color that doesn't have shimmer. And then Dominant Industry Pearl Series Sunset. I don't get issues from this one. This actually looks a lot, the shading, not the color, similar to Night of Myrtle, but not as bright. Like there's not as much brightness in this one. It's really good ink though. And then we have Dominant Industry Pearl Le Nympheus Matin. I butchered that, I'm sorry. This is a really light ink, so I don't reach for it very often. I'm tempted to put it in a broad nib or a double broad. And then we have Dominant Industry and Cult Pens Dusk. A very purplish blue. Endless Alchemy and Atlas's collaboration Twilight Dream is definitely a blue-leaning blurple. It's got heavy sheen, so I don't use it too often, but it also helps that I have it tie up and I don't see it. So I should probably put it down so I can actually see it. And then Whispers of Twilight, a mauve purple. This one can go under pink or purple, really. And then Ferris Wheel Press Queen Ilium. This is one of my first Ferris Wheel Press and inks period. It's very dainty and very pretty. It's like a dusky pinkish purple. It's very pretty. And then, let me move that. That video should already came out, so I'm not too worried about it. Colorverse Butterfly Nebula is a lot more purple than it's showing on camera. Let's see if I can get a... For some reason, the camera is wanting to make this one more blue, but the other ones have been fine so far. So it is more purple. I'm just not sure why it's showing up more blue on here. And then Ferris Wheel Press Blossoming Mushroom. This is one of those inks I had a little sample of it and I immediately knew I wanted to buy a bottle of it. It's got a really nice shading and it's got like a rose gold shimmer. Ink Institute Lavender Coral, I think usually has more of a chroma shading than this, so I'm not sure why my paper wasn't showing that off, but this is a really beautiful ink. Chez Herbin Larmes de Cassis. This is one of those inks, is it really purple? I'd be curious down in the comments. We had a March Madness last year for purple, and this, I think, was this the one that won, friends? And I said, I don't think that's really, to me that's not purple, but I can see how it would be classified as purple. So take that as you want. As J. Herbin Poussière de Lune. That is a very standard purple. I don't ever reach for this. I kind of want to mix those two together and see what I get. I don't reach for it. And then there's Jin Chen Purple Forest. This one you can find on AliExpress. I'm not sure where else you can find it. A chroma shading purple. It's got green. It's got pink. It's got some blue. It's just very fun. Kitty Inkpot Sailing to Greet the Moon. Another chroma shading. It's got like a dark blue, a pink haloing, and then the purple undertones. And then we have Kobe number 57. Hamajisai. It's Ajisai, but H-I-M-E, so I'm not sure how to say that. It's a very bright, pretty purple. Then we have KWZ Gray Plum. Another dark purple where if you write with it, it looks black. Again, not one I reach for. Kaio no Oto Kajimirasaki is very borderline blue. I question if purple was the right spot for it. Linen Tool Bar Catfish Spirit. Another black leaning purple. It's very subtle in the writing, the purple is. Monteverde Amethyst. Oh gosh, this, I'm telling you, Monteverde is like one of the more underrated inks. It's gorgeous, it performs well, it's just fun to write with. And then we have Monteverde Purple Mist. I use this ink a lot. I put it in my Sailor Pro Gear Slim Willow. It's one of those finicky nibs that only likes certain inks, and this is a perfect match to it. So, and it's got really nice shading, and it's just really nice to write with. Octopus Write and Draw Violet B is very borderline purple. Octopus Violet Lion is another one that's bright. And this is not necessarily sheen, it's just where it's pooling because it's a waterproof ink. Octopus Write and Draw Violet Raccoon is very much a mauve-y purple. Those two you could put in pink or purple. And then we go to the next page. I think we have a couple more pages, friends. Told you there was a lot. And then we have Papier Plume Blossoms on the Potomac. I think it was the pen show ink last year for Atlanta. It's got really nice shading and shimmer. Papier Plume Violet, another favorite ink of mine, but I think they reformatted it to like a writing ink. They call it like writing, or I'll put it here in the comment or in the screen. Oops, sorry. So I don't know, it might not look like this anymore. So I'm gonna just try to cherish the bottle I have. And then Pannonia Alkanite. This is a very pretty chroma shading ink, and it's very legible in even my finer nibs, so this is a good one. Pilot Agisai is a nice blurple. You definitely tell next to the Pilot Murasaki Shikabu. Pilot inks are just very well performing. The Pilot Agisai kind of has like a copper sheen. And then Murasaki Shikabu in the heavy swatches has a little bit of a sheen as well, but that hardly ever comes up in the writing. Robert Oster Midnight Sapphire, again, I don't think that's purple, so sorry friends. I think okay, and then yeah, so there's Robert Oster Midnight Sapphire. Probably not purple. And then Robert Oster Sydney Lavender. I love this ink so much. Nice chroma shading. And then we have Robert Oster Australian Opal Mauve. Yeah, that I meant to get actually the Australian Opal Gray ink, but that's okay. But they are very similar. Like, I don't need 2 full bottles. So if anyone wants a sample of some Opal Mauve, let me know. They're very similar. And then we have Rower and Klinger Scabiosa. That's an Iron Gall ink. Friends, I'm finding that I don't really love, like if you see me come to these inks and I'm like, it's okay. I've noticed that about myself. I don't typically love this shade of purple. So sorry if I'm like, it's okay. I just think that I just don't like that color purple that much. And then Sailor Yurameku Kengu. I saw somebody swatch this and I immediately went to go buy it. This is such a cool ink. It is a really beautiful chroma shading ink, and it's really legible in the writing. So if you haven't been convinced yet, you should go buy some. Sailor Manhyo Neko Yanagi. Another chroma shading Manhyo ink. It's very, very pretty. It's bright. It's legible in the writing. I do prefer to use it in broader nibs though, because it can get kind of light in finer nibs. Sailor 50 States, Wisconsin. It's got some nice chroma shading on it. You can kind of see some haloing. One of my favorite 50 States inks. Sailor 50 States, Louisiana is another bright leaning pink leaning purples. Sailor Shikiori Yozakura. It's a solid pinkish purple. Sven's Ink Cosmic Cat It's very similar to Sydney Lavender, but with shimmer. Tatcha Murasaki. Tatcha inks are also another underrated ink brand. This performs really well in any pen that I put it in. Any nib size, it's performed extremely well. And then we have a Teranishi Guitar, Innocent Mauve. It's a mauve leaning purple. It's very pretty. It shades well. Very solid thing to write with. Very solid ink to write with. And then this the last page. This is a fun one to go through, but okay. So we have the wet pen, Pen Cove Muscle, and this is listed as a waterproof ink. I haven't tested that out. And it is listed as a purple, but to me it definitely looks more blue. So maybe it's the paper. And then Troublemaker Milky Ocean. I put that on here because it's chroma shades so well in purple, but the base color is blue. So this one I'd probably put with blue and with purple. Tonal Limbs Crazy Penguin. This ink is amazing. I love it so much. Van Diemen's Blue Jay Crown is a chroma shading. Very light purple leaning blue. I typically don't like putting this in finer nibs, so if you have this ink or want to try it, I like to put it in at least a medium or more because it can be pretty light in the writing. I mean, even in the swatch, it's pretty light. And then Vinta's Clouds of Gray Pictongi leans more gray than purple, but there is purple tones in it. Vinta Violet Mascara. I love this ink. Again, another one I would put in a little bit broader nib. Wearingle Persephone. If this didn't have shimmer, I would probably be like, it's okay. But it's got, I don't know, maybe I really like rose gold. Let me see, I'm gonna move my coffee out of the way. Maybe I really like rose gold shimmer because I love using this ink and looking at the shimmer. So maybe that's my play, friends. Maybe on those other inks, I just put some rose gold shimmer in it and call it good. And then Waterman Tender Purple. That's a solid ink. I just realized I have a lot of inks in this similar shade. I like purples in this shade. I don't reach for this one as much as I do like Tatcha Murasaki. And then Wearing Gold Jane Eyre. This was actually more of a sample size, but I forgot I had it. That came up in our Discord about this ink. And I was like, I don't think I've tried it. But then I remembered I had a little bit of stash of ink somewhere and I just hadn't, I had set it off to the side and then I found it. Okay, friends, this one. I want to talk about this one. Amarillo Rosa Mexicano. What the heck, friends? So this is Tomoe River, the older paper. I gotta find my Hobonichi weeks. All right, and this is my Hobonichi weeks from this year. Oops, sans and paper. All right, I included this because it looked more purple next to Sailor Sakura Morai. So, friends, don't come at me. It does look kind of purple on this paper. And I think I did see it was like a purplish pink on some people's descriptions. So I'm not the only one who thought that maybe it was a little bit purple. And here's some leftover purple ink water. I actually thought it'd be a lot darker than that. And then, friends, what I want to just say is when you're doing, I gotta move my water, I'm dropping stuff in it. Friends, when you're doing inventories of your ink, and I know Simone just touched on this on one of her latest videos, is categorize the ink based on what you think is the color, not what everybody else thinks. And the reason why this is because if you're classifying Amarillo Rosa Mexicano as pink, and then you put it in purple, you're not gonna remember to go to purple because you're going to automatically think that it's a pink. So you're going to go to pink. So my recommendation, friends, is I like to duplicate. So I would put in my Inkventory, I might put Amarillo Rosa Mexicano in pink and in purple. Or alternatively, like Troublemaker Milky Ocean, I might put that in blue and in purple. And then if you don't want to duplicate, then I would just put them in the color that you think it is, that you know you're going to be able to reach for and remember. Like Sailor Yozakura, pink or purple or both. There's no right or wrong way to logging your inks. So friends, I'm going to leave it with this. I hope you enjoyed this purple ink exploration part 2 of my ink bottles, minus Jane Eyre. Let me know what color you would like to see next. So far we did gray and now we're doing purple. What color should we explore next? Let me know down here in the comments. Thank you for stopping by and being here. I appreciate every single one of you who has subscribed, who has watched the video, who has even commented, or even just said hi. I appreciate every single one of you. I want you guys to know that you matter and that you all have a great place in this world and that you mean so much to somebody, including myself. And please remember that. Like, you are awesome. You are doing great. So until next time on my next video, friends, take care of yourself, give yourself grace. I will see you next time. Bye, friends.